Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, September 25th, and I'm back breaking down a few more plays of the Wednesday slate. We're going to start with a match between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. And then for the best play of the day, we're going to stick in that monster series between the Mets and the Braves. Four more player props, with the two best player props being towards the end of the video. Hope everybody enjoys their Wednesday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, here's a recap from Tuesday night. Royals and Nats still playing 0-0, top of the ninth. That one might go to extras. We might want it to go to extras so the Royals can have someone in scoring position. This team sucks. Right now, they suck. 7-game losing streak. If they can't put up runs against the Nationals, who can they put up runs against? Byron Buxton, single or double, over 1.5 bases did cash. Then Logan Gilbert had some weird stuff tonight. It is extremely hard to give up 4 runs off of 4 hits, but he did it. 4 hits given up, 4 runs given up, 3 home runs given up. Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman. Who was the third? Hayward? I think Hayward. Anyway, Mets lost. They stink. Pete Alonso, he stinks. Bobby Witt did record 2 singles in this game. So at least we got that one on the board. Here's a look at the leaderboard. 1-1 so far on the player props. Looking for the Royals. Maybe an extra innings to put up a couple runs on the Nationals, and we can cover the -1.5. But let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow. We're going to be looking at the Red Sox going up against the Blue Jays. I like the Red Sox in this game because we have a good pitching match, and I'm hoping that what we've been seeing so far out of the rookie on the mound is here to stay because he looks pretty good for the Red Sox right now. I think this will be a good pitching matchup. If you want to take the under as well, I think that's a good play, but I like Boston here on the first 5 money line as the play. The Red Sox are going to be throwing out the rookie. His name is Richard Fitz, and so far so good. Through 3 games, he was called up on September 8th, making 3 starts, giving up no runs in those 3 starts. He did give up a few runs going up against the White Sox, but that was because the Red Sox are poor in the field. They made a couple errors in that game, gave up 2 runs, none of them being earned. So that means he's coming in with a 0 ERA. He does have a 1.15 whip, giving up a total of 13 hits and 5 walks over the first 3 games, going 5+ innings in every game. He has done a pretty good job getting himself out of a few jams, giving up 5 hits and a walk in the last game going up against the Twins, but again, no damage done. He's also gone 5+ innings in all 3 games. So that's why I'm liking the Red Sox here on the first 5 on the money line, hoping that they can just duplicate those performances with him on the mound. On the other side, we have Kevin Gausman, who has given up 2+ runs in 3 of the last 4 games, but he is coming in with some pretty good numbers on the year. 3.91 ERA, 1.22 whip. Kevin Gausman, obviously a pretty good arm for the Blue Jays over the last 3 seasons. He's been pretty consistent with the Giants, even if we date it back 5 years. He's been really good in the MLB. I do like what the rookie's been showing us over the last 3 games, so I'm going to take him in this game. Might be plus money for the Red Sox on the first 5 money line. I do like what the rookie's been showing us. I also think it's going to be a little bit difficult for some of these Blue Jays hitters to see that new arm and have success against him. It won't be hard for guys like Vladdy Jr. because he's such a good hitter, but the Blue Jays are not loaded with top-tier hitting talent this season. I'll take the Red Sox here on the first 5 money line, probably be plus money as the play there. For the player props on the screen, I'm going to go with Vladdy Jr. He's the best player on the field. He's the best hitter on the field. This is going to be a right-handed matchup for him. And last night going up against Brian Bayo, another right-hander, he did have a double night game, driving in a couple runs. Vladdy Jr. on the season does have a 2020 year with home runs and doubles going up against right-handed pitching. So I like him to add on to those totals. Let's take him here over 1.5 bases as the play against the Red Sox. Let's go over to the best play of the day. And for the best play of the day, it's going to be the Mets and the Braves one more time. This is a crucial series. I'll probably break it down tomorrow as well. But it looks like the Mets are not going to be able to win this game on Tuesday night. So that means the Braves are only 1 game behind them. And they're going to make things very interesting because I think they're going to win this game as well. I'm going to take them on the money line as the play. I do think with the Braves pitching matchup they have today, it's not going to take a whole lot of runs for them to win this game. They're going to lean on Chris Sale the entire game. Starting with the Mets pitching, though, we have David Peterson back on the mound. He's coming off a really bad game going up against the Phillies. He gave up 5 runs in that game off of 8 hits, 4 of them being earned runs, bringing his ERA up to 3.08 on the year. He has been good with the Mets this season, and his numbers are good on the season, but he has given up 5+ runs in 2 of the last 3 games that he's been in, one of them being against the Phillies and the other going up against the Toronto Blue Jays, giving up 8+ hits in both of those games. Obviously, he's been struggling just a little bit over the last couple games, and I do think he's going to struggle once again going up against the Braves. And for the Braves, they're going to have the Cy Young back on the mound for them. He is single-handedly winning them some of these games. Chris Sale, he's back. He's been the most consistent pitcher in the major leagues the entire season. He's coming into this game with a 2.38 ERA and a flat 1 whip, giving up less than 2 runs in 10+ consecutive games. His worst start was against the Nationals over the last 10 games, and he only gave up 2 runs in that one, but he did give up 9 hits, but he still only gave up 2 runs. The Atlanta Braves, whenever he's on the mound, they don't lose, especially since the All-Star break. Chris Sale has only taken 3 total losses on the year, having 18 wins. And whenever he's on the mound, the Braves, they've only lost a total of 6 games all season long. Over the last 10 games for the Braves, they have 9 wins out of the 10 games with Chris Sale on the mound. And the only loss came against the Brewers, but Chris Sale was still good in the game, only giving up 2 runs in that game. He is the reason this team's making the playoff push right now. And in the last 2 games that Chris Sale's been in, the Braves have a winning margin of plus 19 runs. I'll take the Braves here on the money line as the play. And if it comes out a little bit too juiced, I'll take them minus 1.5 on the run line. For the player prop on the screen, I'm going to go with Marcell Ozuna to go over 1.5 bases going up against the Mets. He had himself a moonshot on Tuesday night going up against the Mets. It was a deep right center field, and I can see him doing it again tomorrow going up against David Peterson. This is going to be a right against left matchup, and on the year, Marcell Ozuna has done a lot better going up against left-handed pitching. He's still very good on the right side, having above 300 batting average, but going up against left-handed pitching, he has a 331 batting average with 15 extra base hits and only 135 at-bats. He does have a slug percentage over 500 on both left and right-handed pitching this year, and it's definitely not out of the question for him to hit another home run tonight. I'll take him over 1.5 bases as the play. Let's go over to the best player props of the day, and for the best batting prop of the day, we're looking at the Yankees going up against the Orioles. I'm taking the 2-hole hitter, Juan Soto, to go over 1.5 bases against the Orioles and Zach Eflin. We're going to start with the numbers for Zach Eflin. He was acquired at the trade deadline from the Tampa Bay Rays to the Orioles, and since he's been with his new team, he's been very good for them, having 5 wins, only 2 losses in 8 games. He has been pretty effective over the last several games for them as well, giving up only more than 2 runs in one of those games, and it was going up against his former team, the Rays. He's now coming into this one with a 3.53 ERA on the season and a 1.12 whip. And while he's been good at limiting the runs, he has been giving up a lot of hits game by game. He has given up 5+ hits in 4 of the last 5 games that he's been in. He also has a home run problem over the last couple games, giving up 4 home runs over the last 3 games. This is going to be a left-on-right battle, and Soto on the season has been crushing right-handed pitching, 291 batting average, 53 extra base hits. And from what we're going to see in this game out of Zach, we should get a home run out of Juan Soto. He hits the sinker, the best of nearly any pitch this season, having a 369 batting average and a 600-plus slug percentage. He also hits the cutter this year, nearly 300 as well. So the 2 best pitches that Zach's going to be trying to throw to strike out Soto, he crushes those. There's really nothing Soto can't hit, especially going up against right-handed pitching. So I like him in this one, over 1.5 bases as the play. For the pitching prop today, we're looking at the Brewers going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm going to take Freddie Peralta here to go under 2.5 runs going up against the Pirates. And Freddie Peralta, he's looked really good over the last 2 games. He's coming out of this game with a 3.69 ERA. That's down quite a bit from the middle of August. He's been pitching a lot better since late August, giving up 1 or fewer runs in 5 of the last 7 games that he's been in. And over the last 2 games alone, he's given up 1 run to the Phillies on a solo shot, and the other game he gave up 1 run to the Arizona Diamondbacks, going 5+ innings in both games. So he has found a way to navigate going up against 2 of the best hitting teams in baseball over the last 2 games, giving up 2 combined runs, going 5+ innings in both games. And this one, though, he's getting a very favorable matchup going up against the Pirates, who are one of the worst hitting teams in baseball, going against right-handed pitching. On the year, they only have a 233 batting average, and that puts them at 26th in baseball. With right-handed pitching, this team struggles to hit the fastball, and they also struggle to hit the slider. Only have a few guys in that lineup with a plus run value going up against that pitch. With the way Freddie's been pitching recently, I think he's going to shut out the Pirates on his way to 6+ innings of work. I'll take him under 2.5 runs as the play there. Let's go over to the recap graphic. We're going to take the Boston Red Sox first 5 money line with the rookie on the mound against the Blue Jays, Vlad Jr., over 1.5 base against Boston, Marcell Ozuna over 1.5 base against the Mets. Braves money line, if it comes out a little bit too juice, minus 140 or more, I'll take them minus 1.5. Freddie Peralta under 2.5 runs against the Pirates, and then Juan Soto over 1.5 bases against the Orioles. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Wednesday, September 25th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.